Hi, it's Paul from globaltradingsoftware.com, and yet another copper futures trading tutorial. So I trade copper a lot, so I thought I'd cover two different strategies here because I've had a lot of inquiries from Europe recently. Moreover, how to combine that range breakout and what indicators and that sort of thing. So with copper, it's very, very simple. The London opening range is very tradable, and you don't have to live in the UK or Europe to trade that. You can trade that in the US as well. So I wanted to talk about how I've combined these here. But first of all, you see there's a trade on right now. That's with, if I just drag that over, this is actually when we've had a really sort of strong support here, and we've started to move up. I'm using the slingshot to trade this upward momentum into that target zone of that previous resistance at the bottom end of that previous that London opening range. I'm risk free now anyway, and this is the trading stop. So this was the actual type 2 buy where I got the entry. It came down and tested 30-minute support zone. We went long, hit target 1, came back down, 30-minute support zone from that Guardian zones. Very on NinjaTrader, they're automated, multiple time frames, support and resistance zones. Pushes back up, comes back down again, forms another type 2 buy, and we're long on that. And now this first trade is printing that trading stop, so I can adjust that trading stop as that moves right now, and that's my target. They've only got one contract on the moment, so I've been away for a long weekend, just getting back into understanding the behavior. So that's that current trade. Now, earlier on in the day, we had the London Gold Pit open, so the stock exchange open. One thing that copper really responds to is when Europe and London starts to really sort of take grip. So we use the 10-minute time frame here on NinjaTrader, and we can see that the London Open actually found support, that lower support into that Guardian zones just here, just before it had come and test the 10 and the 15 minutes resistance zone. If I just put on a 30 as well, you'll see that's at the top there, that's really strong resistance as well. So it came to test a multiple time frame resistance zone, came back down to test this short-term support, and then we got the London Open. So what I've got on my chart right here at the moment is we have the range breakout trading strategy, we have the Guardian zones, which is the automated support and resistance zones on multiple time frames. I have the bias depth heat map, which is my go, no-go gauge, and I have the manager to manage the trade. So we're going to walk through how this was traded this morning. So when we get that London open, we define the range with the software as being bearish, but we don't want to go too aggressive because we've got some multiple tests of this short-term support here. So we want to make sure we break through that after that London Open. We look down on our bias depth heat map. All 6 time frames are red. So we've got signal, we've got confirmation, we've got a sensible entry strategy with there's an overlap here, so the confluence of support zones on the 10-minute down at the bottom here as our target. So we've also got the manager on here as well. So simple entry, as soon as it breaks down below that support, we've got enough fresh air all the way down into this point here. We then test here. So a lot of people would take that 45 ticks for the target, and brilliant, get out, because that's strong support. As you can see, his support has held really, really well. So we've spent a lot of time developing those Guardian zones to get that support really, really strong on multiple time frames. And there's some complex logic in there, but it makes it really, really simple. So once it starts to hit here, there are chances to take there, but more traders like to use the manager to understand that behavior and allow this thing to try and push through. I'm just going to adjust that stop on the other chart for now because it's just moved up slightly. It's getting towards target 2 on the slingshot right now. So we come back down and we test it again here, but this is the main thing with the manager. So we see This is a high volume rejection, this red hammer candle here into that support. That's when we take our profit right there. And again, there's no reason why you can't use the target of that support zone, that confluence of two different support zones here, to take that profit at that point here. So that was the simple trade. So we got the signal, we got the opening range defined for the London, we got the range defined in red, so we're looking for a short only, we're not looking for a long. We've got all 6 time frames on the bias depth heat map. If I just scroll out there, all 6 time frames are red, so we've got the confirmation. The entry strategy is simple. We're using the guardian zones, so we want to make sure we're through the support that's held previously once, twice, 3 times. Okay, so it's quite strong. We need to make sure we push through. Then we've got fresh air until the next set of support, which is a confluence of 2 different support zones all at the same place. So that's our target. I've got the red line here because that's a probable place where once it's hit that target zone, you would look for a trailing stop, and then you would adjust your trailing stop down below this pivot here. But as soon as I get this high volume rejection at this point here, that's when I would get out, and the manager helps us understand that behavior. So that was the range breakout. Really, really simple. We're going to put the links down below for the range breakout, which is available for NinjaTrader, TradingView, lots of different platforms. The only thing is the guardian zones, the automated support and resistance zones on multiple time frames, are only available for NinjaTrader. I'm going to put that link in there as well. Great combination. It's a very powerful trading platform. And then that bias depth heat map and the manager as well. We'll put all those links down below because it's very important that you have that full suite, right? It's okay getting signals, but you've got to confirm those signals. You've got to manage those trades, understand where those support and resistance zones are. So this is how your chart should look. Always start with that range breakout, and then you can start to add other strategies. Once this starts to hold this support, starts to move up, there's the VWAP predator. In this case, I'm trading the slingshot. There's lots of different strategies you combine together to get continual trading opportunities. So I'll put those links down below. Hope this video helps. Really simple strategy, but the logic behind it is quite complex, but all the software does all the work for you. You just need to follow these basic rules. Signal from the signal generator. In this case, it's a range breakout. We've got the confirmation, or not the confirmation in some cases. We've got the automated support and resistance zones, so it helps us with our entry strategy, also helps us with our target. And then we can use the manager to manage the trades to maximize profits consistently. Hopefully that helps, which you already see.